Hi everyone, it's Steven. We're gonna change our suit. Okay. If for some reason you're just showing up here, we are... Oh, I think I can finally be the genie, like guilt-free. I'm just gonna do it. We are finding... Oh, this is so cool. We are finding... So I wonder if this... Okay, so it's not like a special magic carpet, but I wonder if it just gives you the glide booster right away. Because that's kind of cool, and there's a lamp on it. Oh, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Oh, and the lamp pushes you forward. How cute. How cute. Okay. If for some reason you are just joining us, we've already beaten the game. But we are just exploring the rest of this weird world. We're just finding all of the crystals. We are finding all of the challenges that await us. What is our parachute? That is not as cool as I was hoping. Okay. Yeah, we're just kind of tying up all of our loose ends here, really. So we don't really have any main objectives. We are not going down any sort of predetermined path. We are honestly just... I'm just looking for shit. I'm just looking for shit and seeing what happens. So... I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about how cool this turban is. It's pretty awesome. I like giving little peeks behind the curtain because I think it might kind of... I don't know, maybe it adds like an extra little layer of depth. Because why the fuck else would you be listening to me in particular? I have not played this, barring the previous episode. I have not played this since I finished recording like the game. That was like a week ago. It's just taken me that long to edit everything, to upload everything. It just takes an obnoxious amount of time to make videos. Honestly, it does. It takes a really long time. I can't believe it. It's just I'm moving really large file sizes. Over really slow internet, so that doesn't help. Plus my computer's getting tired. I think if I were to want to really like maximize my efficiency, I have another computer hanging out that I could probably record to, then transfer the files to a different computer to edit, because you don't want to record or edit or render videos at the same time. So really the big issue comes from the fact that I can't multitask. Like, playing the games is a perfect time to have, you know, your video rendering or uploading, but you don't really want to do that all on the same computer at the same time, because it'll just really fuck shit up. Like, if you have, I want to put, to me, in my mind, I want to put all of my processing power that I possibly can into rendering my videos, and I don't want it to be shared anywhere else, because that's when you're going to see dips in quality, like serious dips in quality. It's going to start to look bad or sound bad. Like, you're going to see hitches and stuff like that. So yeah, there's just like a real limited amount of things I can do at the same time. So that's actually why I had those audio issues to begin with, is because I was just like, okay, man, I'm just going to record it all at once, and then throughout the week, I'm just going to release these, so that way I can get it on like a pseudo schedule. Not that it matters to you, but it mattered to me, like, in terms of just getting it out there. I kind of wanted to do just like one a day, and I have been. but the only way that I was feasibly going to be able to do that was to record a ton of it and then just edit it over time and upload. And that's why I ran into those problems that I didn't know about. And in fact, I risk running into more problems right now. I guess I haven't learned my lesson that much, but it seems like it's fine. We'll find out, I'm sure. As soon as I make another disclaimer video. Jesus. Okay, so we've got a crystal around here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just moving around really fast. I don't understand what's going on here. Like, okay, that was crazy. That must be like an added property of this suit. That's kind of like, okay, so the magic carpet, you know what? It's fine. I wish I would have played with this thing like earlier when I had the chance to really find out what the fuck it did. Because now I just feel like I've got enough actual power that like any special effects that I get from these suits are really negligible. So I don't really feel guilty using them. Not that this is like a fucking super honest game where you have to really like, you have to experience how tough grow up is. I feel like I heard some shiny shit over here. I did. Where is it at? Let's use my fancy feather that will just take me anywhere I want. This thing is hella. This is for sure like a special ability for this suit, is the ability to kind of float around with this feather. For sure. Okay. And I'm not sure how many more of these episodes we're going to have. It really just depends on how fast I can find all this shit. It looks like we're going the wrong way. So we're going to take a plunge. It's looking better. So we're just really listening for shiny stuff, listening for... I could totally pull up my map and look for more challenges, and maybe I will. Actually, I probably should. That way I can get the final suit for like the next video, which could be the final one. I don't fucking know. If I can find 25 more crystals in like 2 episodes, that would be nice. I'd like to only have like 3 extra episodes. Who knows? Now that I've said that, I'll never find everything in here and I'll just curse myself. There is a thing around here, and I aim to find it. I aim at a lot of things. Damn. Mysterious shit. Alright. Let's pull open the map and see if we can find a pod challenge that's nearby. I'm hoping that once we... There's a telerouter I didn't get. It's kind of shameful. I'm hoping that if I can find some pod challenges, then it will basically mean that I haven't really explored that area that much, and therefore we will find... What are you? Telerouter, okay. And then hopefully we'll find some crystals around there, because, I mean, it makes sense. I usually just kind of go towards whatever shit I see, so it kind of makes some sense that, you know, hey, I might have, like, just missed everything in the area if I didn't get the challenge, so. And I think now that I've explored a lot of places, it's going to let me just zoom around. So it's very nice of you, game. Thank you. So let's find us some challenges here. As you know, I love my cosmetic adjustments. This is kind of where the rotation ends. So weird limitation in this game is like you can't, there's a certain spot where you actually can't rotate the planet anymore. And you have to just turn around. Alright, well I'm seeing a ton of fucking telerouters that I missed. God damn. Where are we at? There we go. And if we happen upon any bars along the way, any cell service will jump in and see if we can find a crystal, like right up here, it seems. Maybe. Oh, we're losing it. AKA most interesting episode ever. Me being like, look at the bars. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I'm tired of shit right now. I had an early day. It's a stressful day. I get like anxious when I'm not at home or like in a comfortable place. Like it's what I imagine like claustrophobic people to feel like I'm not claustrophobic at all. In fact, I'm like quite the opposite. Like I love smaller, like cozy spaces. To me it's cozy, to other people it's like suffocating, you know. But I imagine it's kind of what claustrophobic people feel like. If I'm not in like a comfortable area, or like say for instance my home, like if I'm just away from my home for too long and I'm not like doing something, like if I don't have like immediate plan, or if we're not kind of doing something productive, or something like we don't have something going on, or we're just kind of meandering around and wasting time, like I get really like stressed. I get really stressed and anxious, and honestly it takes a lot of energy out of me, and like I really like I just have to like get home as fast as possible and like just kind of recharge my batteries, like introvert style. So like I'm totally a full-blown introvert, but it's like it's not what you think. It's like it's not your stereotypical like I don't want to talk to anybody, and like I definitely enjoy being at my home. It's my favorite place to be. But like, I'm not afraid to talk to people. Like, I talk to people all the time. Like, it's part of my work and things like that. But I definitely like am much more introverted. Like, just in terms of my my hobbies. Obviously, I make videos for the internet about video games. Another kind of very introverted activity. Oh. There we go. I like this funky music that comes up now that you guys can fucking hear it. This is sweet. Woo! All right, we just got a few more. Let's see if we can find anything there. Pod, where are you? Where can I find you? Right here. So I'm trying to go forward, but I can't actually go up anymore. I can only rotate around. It's a really interesting like limitation on their map design, and I wonder kind of what caused that. That's what makes me curious. I wonder what the cause is. I wonder what kind of limitation they came across where they're just like, you know, we actually just can't rotate this map anymore. Makes it seem like less of a full, like fully formed open object and more of a like an eyeball, like where it's got like we've got strings attached. Let's zoom way the fuck out and see if I can find anything. The one challenge up here, I'm pretty sure. Most interesting episode where our heroes look at the map a lot. Man, the thing about the pod challenges is like you should be able to see them like relatively easily from zooming around because they're fucking bright and blinky. But damn, I'm having a dick of a time. Genies don't like water. Don't. I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of sleepy out, man. So, as I was listening, especially like with the lack of sound effects, I was much more aware of the audio that was coming through on my videos. God, like I said, I'm constantly learning how to do things and like trials and tribulations. And I mean, in a perfect world, yeah, I would I would be able to. Hi, Wednesday. Hey, Pip. In a perfect world, I'd have a separate room, and it'd be soundproofed. And why don't you sit down? Oh, good girl. And it'd be soundproofed, and I wouldn't have to worry about any outside noises like my laundry buzzer or my dog like playing with a toy or coming through the door or my rabbit scratching against her crate or anything like that. But it just doesn't work that way. Like you got to start somewhere, man. And I will never be, I will never have a studio to record videos in, and I'm aware of that. But that's okay. And I kind of do what I can because at the end of the day, like I'm not willing to go through and remove all of these superfluous noises. Like I'm not going to do that, man. I do spend a lot of time with these videos, and it's and some would say foolishly for no real payoff, but it's just like I said, it's just something I love doing. So we are getting to the point where crystals are so sparse that I'm just getting trolled by the game as to where they are. But we do have a pretty fucking pimp genie outfit. Wonder whose fucking idea it was. It's just like, we got a robot, man. Let's make it a genie. There's a lot of real estate up here. We got to be able to find something. Okay. And there's probably a couple areas inside here, so. Oh, there we go. See, I'm gonna try to remember to come in here and turn this volume down because that was really loud for me, so I can only imagine that was pretty loud for you guys too. As well as this. And the crazy like butterfly guys again, the butter sheep. Sheeperflies? So I also reloaded the game since the last episode too, because it was having like crazy, like the day-night cycle was going nuts. The like the neutral gravity physics weren't quite working, so like my character would be like tilted off to the side constantly. Something about the game didn't load right, and then like immediately the first platform we were standing on like didn't have all of the polygons loaded into it. Sometimes shit happens. It's okay. Like everything in IT, did you turn it off, turn it back on again? No? Well, you better do it. I'll fix it, I promise. I've got a friend who works in IT, and I don't mean to take any business from you, but she told me that what it is. I mean, you have basic computer knowledge, but she told me pretty much what you do is whatever they're calling in about, you have them turn it off and on again. And then if that doesn't fix it, then you Google the problem and try and walk through it with them. And I was like, are you shitting me? And she's just like, nah, like I'm dead serious. Because they can't train you for everything that's gonna happen. Like they can't train you for that. For every error that comes up, like you're not gonna have an immediate answer. So like you kind of have to, and plus like why not utilize the internet, which is the most important tool of our generation, to fix things, because somebody somewhere has come across this. So yeah, if you guys ever have a computer problem, just turn your computer off and on, and usually that'll fix it. And you may also Google the issue, and you might say, well, Steven, if my computer is not working, say my internet is not working, how am I supposed to Google that? Well, these days everybody has a smartphone. Probably make something happen. That's the most common sense thing that I could think of. That's what I've been doing for years. Because my old neighbor that I used to live next to is just completely like challenged. Okay, the jungle keeps saying that there are parts around. I do not trust you. I found all of the parts for sure. But anyways, there's a lady who would just always call me over to help fix a computer, and I'd go do it, and she just thought I was a fucking bee's knees, man. She thought I was the smartest motherfucker on planet Earth, but like half the time if I couldn't figure it out, I'd just Google it. I'm like, I want to find out what's going on, and I mean, whatever, but that's worth something, man. Like, it doesn't matter how, it's not about the means, it's about the end. So it doesn't matter how you achieved it. I mean, if you Google something in order to solve your problem, like, I don't see any issue with that. Especially if your issue, or I should say, even if your issue is, you know, computer related. Like, I am literally talking about nothing. I apologize. I'm really tired. This is going to be my last episode of the night for sure. So one thing I remembered I wanted to talk about, I had some ideas for some upcoming series actually. One is of a game that it's one of my favorite games. It is a game that has been shit on by critics and gamers, you know, all over the place for the last 12 years. Like, not continuously shit on, but it came out a while ago. One game in particular I really love called PNO3. I figure I might do a little casual let's play with that. Just because I kind of felt like jumping back in again, and that game is weird enough. Like, it's kind of straightforward and goofy, like, where I don't necessarily have to show you every little bit of that game in order to communicate what the game's about. So I might do something with that. Another idea that I had was the Castle of Illusion, which is an old Genesis game that I adored as a child was actually remade in the last couple of years. That's gonna be loud too, damn. It was actually remade in the last couple of years, and I really like the remake actually, so I thought it would be fun to go back to take it level by level. I'm sorry it's so loud. Take it level by level and just kind of show what all the individual, see what the remake did. See what it got right, see what it kept, see what it changed, because I mean honestly I think it's a really great example of a remake where it's completely it keeps the same heart and soul, but just like completely redoes it all. So I don't think it's quite as good as the original, just in terms of like overall, if you're objectively evaluating each individual product solely for what it is and not one as a product of its time or anything like that, I think the original one is the superior game. But there's the remake is still like, it's a lot of fun, and it did things to my heart where I was just like, oh my god, like this music is great, and oh shit, like this moment that they captured, like they did really well, and it's family friendly. Oh, if I didn't communicate, the Castle of Illusion is a game that has Mickey Mouse as the main character. And it's a lot of fun, and I just really enjoy that game. So that was a kind of a couple ideas for things that I had. I don't know, I haven't, it would be really branching out for what I normally do, especially if I did Piano 3, because it would be recording on another new system, whereas with Castlevania I'd be recording on my PS3, which is something I have done before to an extent. I showed footage from the PS3 recently with Alice Madness Returns, with Batman Arkham Origins, but see, I'm tippy again, but nothing so that's the word I'm looking for, thorough maybe, as what I'm doing here. So, but if I did that PN3, I'd be using the GameCube, so I would get the highest quality I possibly could. I do have component out for the GameCube. As far as I know, I haven't tested in a while, so I don't know that it still works, but I can only imagine that it does. It goes up to 480i, I believe, if you guys believe that. You can get some luscious 480i from the GameCube. And I'd show you a little PNO3. It's a fun game. Only got some crystals around here. I'm not completing nearly as many challenges as I thought I would. Mostly because I just can't fucking find them. And I know we've got a crystal right around here somewhere, because I can hear yo ass. Ooh, I think we're gonna bust up in here. Yeah. So this is probably going to be one of the last things that we do on this episode. Come on, let's do it again. Just keep going. Bust through, just knock your head into it. Cool. Alright, so we've got 15 more crystals to collect, and then we have the final power up. We've got 3-ish more pod challenges to complete before we have the final suit. Theoretically we can do that in the next episode or two. I would be surprised. Just kind of the pace, like, just because things are getting a little thin around here, man. Like, I'm not really finding as much. It's getting harder and harder to come across things. Nothing's jumping out at me much. Like thank God this thing's blinking out here. Otherwise, fuck. I'd never know it was there. Please be a crystal over here. Oh, it looks like there is. Oh yeah. Oh, we got another one nearby. Okay, I can hang with this. Whoa, this is good. Our chances of finishing this up in the next episode are getting a little brighter. Damn. We gotta pursue this. Left or right? Left or right? Looks like probably right, of course. Oh, maybe not. I went too far. I certainly went too far. We got to come back. Man, you hit that many bars, you got to go investigate. Looks like it's down here somewhere. We're 5. Alright. Alright. Oh, I can hear you. Damn. Hiding. There we go. I like to sneak caves around in this game. Alright. Blammo. Alright, so it looks like we got about 12 more crystals to go. Oh, not that one. We got 3 more challenges, 12 more crystals. Like I said, we theoretically can do this. I'm going to run up and get this telerouter too. On the next episode, I think that the biggest problem is going to be just finding out where these challenges are, because I have not been able to see anything on the map, and that's just not good. Oh. Okay, now I feel like a dumbass because I know we're coming up on a telerouter. Damn it, I thought that was the pod challenge noise for just a second. Damn it. So that's the thing, is like the pod challenges blink, they make these, loud beeps and shit, and I still can't find them. So we got 3 more to find, so I hope we can find them in the next episode, because I think we should be able to do it, but I'm just not coming across the necessary stuff. So this has been the second bonus episode. I'm really hoping we can finish this up in one more. Just getting all the crystals, just getting all the pod challenges done, so we can have our final suit. Just kind of rounding out the whole game here. I really hope we can finish this in one more episode. But thank you again so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed your time with me. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Tell me what you think about the series, what you think about kind of some ideas that I had, about Piano 3, about Castle of Illusion. Because I'm kind of, I'm a little selfish about it. I just kind of want to play those games again. So maybe I'll film it. So I'm probably going to go to bed because I'm tired as fuck. So hopefully we'll see a jump in quality with the next video. But maybe it'll be the final one as well. I noticed that this feather is not moving with me. So now I've got a crazy idea that maybe it's pointing to like the nearest thing. We might have to pursue that on the next one. But anyways, thank you so much. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and we're just going to do a thing here. So.